Hello everyone, my name is Rishabh. In my previous videos, I have told you half of the battle is over once you have cleared the CAT, that too with good percentile of course. But converting from interviews call to admission can be a lot difficult if you don't prepare for interviews well. So I'm making these videos because some of my juniors and the viewers of my previous videos have requested to make the video on the interview preparation. I've seen people with 99 plus percentile do not able to make to IIM ABC, and on the other side I've seen people with having the percentile of 91, 92 percentile and still able to crack Blackie IIMs. So the bottom line is you have to do well in your PIs to get the admission in the college of your dreams. Also, many people are asking about what possible calls they can get. I think the calls are already out, but there are set of combinations which different colleges use to give you calls. So you can't predict actually which calls you will get unless until you find this what is called, I think, composite score. So don't worry about it. What my suggestion is, whatsoever call you have got, just prepare well for it. And I think if you're prepared enough, you will be able to get or crack that interviews. Now, coming on to the timelines, so I'm primarily focused on the IIMs and some of the other top B schools. So interviews calls, I think you have already got, and some of the other calls will be releasing soon. And by the end of January, you will be getting all the calls. Then from the first week of February itself, your interviews will start. And I think till the April end, interviews will carry forward. And in the mid of May, you will get to know like in which IIM or in which of the top B schools you have cleared your interview. They will also be releasing some of the waitlisted candidate, and then the waitlist will move if some of the candidate will leave the seat, and so on. The things will go forward. Right now, you just have to stay focused and start your interview preparation. One more thing, there might be a situation that you end up facing two or more interviews on the same day. In that case, you have to mail the concerned institute, and generally they give alternative dates in such cases. Generally, all the top institutes are very responsive to their mails, and you get all your queries solved on the mail itself. Otherwise, you can obviously call them. Also, when you receive the mail for interviews, clear instructions will be provided in the mail about the documents to show, whom to contact in the case of any issue, and when to join the links if they are online. I suppose they will be online. So you don't need to worry about anything in that case. Now coming to the major, the focus of this video is what to prepare and how to prepare. So the first thing is current affairs. You have to prepare all the current affairs, especially the news or the hot topics going on to the world in the past at least 3 to 4 months. You can go through the news articles or anything, but at least what have been happened in past 3 to 4 months, you have to follow it, because interviewers generally tend to ask such questions about what is going on in the world right now. It could be geopolitics, it could be from India or around the world also. Many people suggest that you have to work on your GK, but I won't suggest it, because in this short span of time it will be difficult for you to work on GK. But still, I mean, whatsoever is related to current affair, that you can do. Otherwise, my suggestion will be, don't focus too much on GK. I mean, it's on your luck if you will the interviewer will ask it. Otherwise, I won't suggest it to prepare for GK. Third thing is budget preparation. On February 1 itself, the budget will be released. The newspaper of 2nd February, you have to go to all the facts and points whatsoever have been provided by the government. One important thing is, like, one crisp document I used to remember, like last year itself also, the government itself have released the crisp document. My suggestion will be, just read point by point that crisp document, and you will be, I think, thorough with the budget in that case. Then you must be having the fourth point. The important point is, like, you should be having the domain knowledge. For example, I was electrical engineer. In that case, it was expected from me to have the the basics of electrical. Obviously, they won't go into very much the deeper concepts of electrical, but obviously they can ask the application of electrical. Basically, they just wanted to see how much you are focused when you have learned those concepts, so that you at least the application part of electrical, if you have retained or not. So what I've did in that case is I've searched like what are the top interview questions for the electrical engineering, and there are like 150 odd question, and I've read those questions and answers. So I would suggest the same to you, if whatsoever your background be, just have the basic application part of that background with you. Another part is like if you are an engineer specifically, then you can expect the basic questions of math they can ask from you. For example, the graphs, they can obviously ask such questions from you, they expect from you. Now I'll be like telling the set of typical questions which they can ask. Here you can see the list of questions. You can pause the video and then you can note them down. Right now, you might be seeing 25 questions on your screen, but this is not an exhaustive list. There might be another 25 questions waiting for you in the interviews, but these are the most probable ones, and hence, once you have prepared these, at least you will get an idea about how to face other questions. My suggestion will be like you write the answers of each of these questions on a paper, then rehearse those answers so that if interviewers ask those questions, you could able to provide the answer to them. Also, please don't by heart the answer word by word. I would suggest it write in the bullet point so that you could able to make the answers in your own language in front of interviewer, because it should not be look like you have kind of mug up the answer. That will not look good. Just write the bullet points and then make the answer at the moment in front of interviewer. For example, in the first question, it is written like tell me about yourself. Now what happened is like if you have prepared that answer for 1 minute, interviewer could ask you like please brief yourself in 30 seconds. So at that point of time it will be difficult for you to change your answer. So suggestion will be write in the bullet point, and then as the interviewer will ask, change your answer accordingly, right? And also one more thing is, while you are preparing the situational based questions, for that please use the framework called STAR framework. STAR framework means situation, task, action and result. For example, they are asking you what are the weakness, what's your weakness in that case, or let's take the example of what's your strength. In that case, if you are mentioning one strength, you should be able to correlate that strength with a particular example, so that it would be evident to them like okay, you have been in this situation, then you have taken a particular task, you have performed some actions, and then the result have been shown. That is why it's proving you to be like that particular strength for yourself, right? So please follow this particular framework to frame your answers, then it will look better. Another part of the video is how to drive the interview. Obviously it's very important, because if you are driving the interview from your perspective, it will be very easy for answer the question, because interviewer will follow you. Now how to do that? While you are giving your intro, you can highlight the things on which you want to talk. You want to take your interviewer and talk about those things. For example, I worked on projects in my Workx related to cloud computing. So I used to tell those projects in 1 to 2 lines. And if they found it very interesting, they asked the questions from that area. And I was comfortable to defend those questions. Likewise, you can also do the same. Just highlight that 1 or 2 lines while you are giving your introduction, so that they are very much intrigued. Okay, let us ask this question to the interviewee. So the good thing was I was confident and calm enough to defend all the questions. And even if the interview goes on, in a very grilling mode, still I was having that smiley face and, able to defend the questions very properly. What happened is sometimes interviewer tend to ask such questions which make candidates in a frustrating situation. They just see how you will react in those situations. So please be calm. Please have a good body language, because that shows how well you are accepting the situations. Don't be sit in like haphazard manner. Just have the straight face and talk like a normal person. Obviously thorough with your Workx projects. I was thorough with my Workx project, so even if they used to ask any questions related to my Workx, I could able to defend those questions. And that same habit I have repeated in my summer internships interviews also, which happened in my first term. They have also asked some of the Workx projects, and I have defended them well. So please thorough with your Workx project or the undergraduation project which you are having. So I think these are some of the pointers which I wanted to give you, and I think I've covered most of the things. And even if you think like some of the things are not covered, and you want to ask me, you have my, I think, Instagram ID and LinkedIn ID in the description. You can anytime message me, because I understand this is a very high time for you. You can message me, and as soon as I'll get the time, I'll get back to you and respond to your questions. Thank you so much, and good luck.